Donald Trump is probably the most controversial person in the world right now. Everyone seems to have mixed opinions on him and his character. However, it's hard for the average person like us to say when we've never actually met him in person. So today we're gonna look at celebrities like Kanye West, Jordan Peterson, Patrick Bet-David, and more, and get to the bottom of what Trump is really like in person. Let's jump right into it. Now, the first clip we're gonna look at today is of Kanye West and of Donald Trump. And the reason why I'm showing you guys this clip first is because Kanye was with Trump during these clips. Now, it's no secret that Kanye actually does like Trump. I'm just saying, since they're face to face, we might not have gotten the full, authentic, real reaction. Nevertheless, though, I still wanna show you guys this. Let's check it out.
What do you want this meeting to lead to in terms of
honestly, from our standpoint, this was just set up to be a lunch of two people that I like, and I guess they like me. And we're gonna have lunch, we're gonna talk.
You said, I guess you know I love you.
I know.
Did I?
But I don't want to put you in that spot. But.
No, I'm standing in that spot. I love this guy right here. Let me give this guy a hug right here. I love this guy right here.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Come here. That's really nice. And that's from the heart. I didn't want to put you in that position, you know, but that's from the heart. Special guy. These two are special people.
All right, now I do have another clip to show you of this exact time when Kanye and Trump met. However, I just want to show this clip because first, Trump and Kanye are both legends. Let me know what you guys think about them down below and if you like them too and if they're legends in your eyes. In my eyes, they definitely are both legends. Nevertheless, I also just wanted to say how charismatic Trump is. I know this is off topic, but I feel like Trump is just a great speaker. I think a lot of people would agree with me because he is a presidential candidate, so that is someone you want to have in office. However, I just wanted to throw that out there. It was just a thought I had while I was watching the video, and I just decided to share it. So now let's take a look at another clip of Kanye and Trump from this exact time they met. Sorry for pausing the video, but I quickly just want to say that our channel is now officially dropping merch. I absolutely love the shirts myself. The quality is as high as you can possibly get. Trust me guys, this is not no cheap shirt. It is amazing and it feels great. If you guys want to help stop the corrupt left, get a t-shirt and show everyone around you who you're supporting, and let's win this election. The store is the first link in the description. Promise the shirt quality and everything about it is absolutely amazing. So if you want to support the channel and also rock an amazing shirt, check out the link in the description. Thank you guys so much. Back to the video. I want to show you this because Kanye does share his thoughts on Trump, but he also shares his thoughts of why he supports Trump. Let's just check it out.
People expect that if you're black, you have to be Democrat. I've had conversations that basically said that welfare is the reason why a lot of black people end up being Democrat. They say, you know, first of all, it's a limit to amount of jobs. So the fathers lose the jobs and they say, we'll give you more money for having more kids in your home. And then we got rid of the mental health institutes in the 80s and the 90s, and the prison rates just shot up. And now you have Chirac, what people call Chirac, which is actually our murder rate is going down by 20% every year. I just talked to the superintendent, met with Michael Sachs, that's Rom's right-hand man. So I think it's the bravery that helps you beat this game called life. You know, they tried to scare me to not wear this hat, my own friends, but this hat, it gives me power in a way. You know, my dad and my mom separated, so I didn't have a lot of male energy in my home. And also, I'm married to a family that, you know, not a lot of male energy going on. It's beautiful though, but there's times where, you know, it's something about, you know, I love Hillary, I love everyone, right? But the campaign, I'm with her, just didn't make me feel as a guy that didn't get to see my dad all the time, like a guy that could play catch with his son. There was something about when I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman.
Now, I love this clip. I think it's a great clip of Trump and Kanye specifically being super authentic to each other. And there are great points that Kanye touched on. I think the main one was Kanye said that he would be canceled and he would be scrutinized if he came out and wore a MAGA hat or if he came out supporting Trump. Now, I definitely think that there's agenda that elites push on people with a ton of influence because, of course, if you have a ton of influence, a lot of people do what you say. A lot of people hear what you say. A lot of people look up to you and want to be like you. So if you're preaching for a certain thing, there's gonna be a huge sway of people doing that exact same thing. Now, this next clip I'm gonna show you is of Jordan Peterson talking about the time he briefly met Trump. The reason why I had to add this in the video is because another person that's a part of our team named Lance literally just reacted to this video and you guys loved it. It's only been up for about a week and a half and it already has over 250,000 views. Again, thank you guys all so much for your support. And if you want to see Lance react to that video, go check it out because I'm only going to show a short clip from it and the video is 9 minutes long in total. Nevertheless, this is Jordan Peterson talking about his time meeting Trump.
To meet Trump.
No, I met him in Kentucky.
What was that like?
It was very brief. Well,
Okay.
The event was very interesting. I was there for the Derby, and I was up. There's a glass cafe above the Kentucky Derby grounds. There's about 150,000 people there. It was the first Derby after COVID, and Trump was. Everyone knew, like the whole crowd of 150,000 people, plus the 300 or so in this restaurant. They all knew Trump was going to show up in the afternoon. It was like
Just bring that to your mouth a little bit, Mike.
It was like being in Rome, I imagine, or being around the Kennedys back in the 1960s. Like the place was just buzzing. He's so famous. Like it's just an insane level of fame, right? Because, well, he was a TV star and that's not an easy thing to pull off.
Now, I quickly just wanted to pause the video here because I need to 100% agree with Jordan Peterson. I genuinely don't think, and again, this is a controversial statement, but I think Trump genuinely has the strongest, I don't like using the word fan base, but you know what I'm getting at. Trump has the most amount of people supporting him, die hard supporting him, right? Some people even go as far as calling it a cult because of how much people have Trump's back. And recently, Trump has been in trouble by the law, as we all know. I think that made the people behind him, the people supporting him, so much stronger because I think in that moment, a lot of people saw through the corruption.
Often for quite a while, and he was a real estate magnate. And that's also quite difficult. And then he was president and ridiculously controversially, like he's insanely famous.
Yeah.
And you could just feel that emperor-like worship in the air, you know? And this is actually, I think, a flaw in the American political system because in Britain, the Queen bears that. She's a figurehead. Imagine there's four branches of government. Executive, legislative, judicial, and symbolic. The president bears the symbolic weight in the U.S. It's not good because that tilts the polity towards deification of the president. That's why you have the first lady.
All right, so you're at this Kentucky Derby. You're feeling the energy. How did you meet him?
I had flown out that day to do a talk, convocation somewhere, and I came back just as the air space was closed, and then I made it to the Derby like with about 10 minutes to spare before they locked it down. The army was everywhere. The place was just buzzing. And Trump strolled in and it was like, well, that much fame gives people a tremendous charisma, you know? And it's a lot for one person. It's a lot for
Now, I'm going to stop it right there because that's when Jordan Peterson goes into a different point that is not relevant for this video. Nevertheless, though, if you do want to watch the whole video, check out the reaction on our channel. It's called Jordan Peterson Exposes What Trump Is Like in Real Life. Very similar title to this video, of course. Now, I always love bringing Jordan Peterson on the channel because he's so articulate. He's so good at saying what he thinks. And I think he described Trump really well in this case. He described his level of fame and how that feeds into a confidence and a charisma that Trump has. You know, there's no denying Trump's confidence and charisma and his ability to get people to like him and his ability to speak and all that stuff. Nevertheless, the next interview we have is with Scott Adams. Now, right off the bat, some of you might not know who Scott Adams is. When I first read that name, I definitely heard of it, but I was, I needed a freshening up. So basically, to keep this short and simple, he's an American author and a cartoonist. He is the creator of the Dilbert comic strip and the author of several nonfiction works of business commentary and satire. Now, if you're still unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, he makes the comic strips with these characters. He makes them about politics and other things like that. As soon as I pulled up this picture, I knew exactly who this guy was. Let me know if you know who he is and what you think of him down below. Nevertheless, Scott Adams went on an interview and talked specifically about his time meeting Trump at the office. I'm gonna stop rambling. Let's just see what he has to say.
Is he not even thinking about it? Like, does he not even know that he's doing it? Because you met him, right? You met him after you wrote the book, Win Bickley. So what's he like privately, one-on-one, or whoever, like in less public setting without a camera on versus in a public setting? Because that would tell a lot.
Yeah, so the first thing you need to know, obviously people don't talk about the details of conversations with presidents, but I'll give you the basic flavor of it. In person, he is completely normal in every way that you would want a person to be normal. So if you're watching him in public and say, hey, he's acting crazy, is he like that in person? The answer is no. I mean, he's very much like you see him in public. He doesn't have like some extra personality or something, but he's got super charisma, and his social skills are just off the chart. Like, you stand in the room with him and just everything disappears. But here's the amazing part. He's the president of the United States, commander-in-chief of the greatest military force of all time. And he invites me into the Oval Office. And I'm sitting there, and for the entire time I was there chatting with him, he gave me the impression that he didn't care about anything in the world except what I was saying. Now, think about that. So my experience of it was he was not distracted. He was completely focused on me and what I was saying. He had smart questions to get me to say interesting things, and it's just a whole different vibe than what he does in public. Very, very warm, very personal, social skills just off the charts. And by the way, I think his family has that too. I got to meet Ivanka.
Okay, he's gonna talk about his immediate family, which I do have a video like that coming out soon where people talk about Barron and other people in Trump's family. Let me know if you guys want to see that down below. Nevertheless, this was super interesting. I honestly think, granted I've never met Trump in real life, that Trump as we see him on TV is Trump as he is in real life. Again, I have another video on this channel about Trump talking in 1988 where he is very much the same. Sure, of course, now he does have a bit more bite in the sense that he is a bit more ruthless. He's not crazy ruthless, but Trump has that. He's not afraid to say what he thinks and to share that. And personally, I enjoy that. However, other people, of course, don't. But that's kind of my take on it. I wish to meet Trump one day, but Scott Adams kind of said what you see with Trump is what you get, and he's just a genuine guy that genuinely gives his attention when you're talking to him. Now, for the last clip of the day, this one is by far my favorite one. When I watched this, I genuinely laughed out loud. Like, it really, really cracked me up because of how true it is. And it caught me off guard too. So this is Patrick Bet-David and Vincent Oceana on the Patrick Bet-David podcast, talking about them meeting Trump with Dana White during UFC 99. So let's see what they have to say, and I know you guys are gonna love this one. Check it out.
Between Dana and Trump, literally the first seat in between them. Go a little lower on the video. And this is the handshake, the famous Trump handshake that he loves to do.
That's the back of my neck. That's the back of my neck.
It's Vinny taking it. Go ahead.
There it is. By the way,
how's your shoulder?
Yo, by the way,
was pulled it out of the
Pat, you ready for this? And I told you yesterday, I figured out the Trump handshake method.
What is it? Tell us.
If you're my height, if you're like 5'8" or you're a female, he shakes and he gives you a little nice, like you're cute. Like I'm cute.
You're a female.
I'm a female to him.
Got it.
Right? Then if you get a little bit taller,
Yeah.
like Pat, he'll bring you in and kind of let you know, like, hey, I'm tall too. But if you're bigger, like Nick Bosa, he does the arm shake and
Oh,
then
yeah.
slaps the shit out of you to let you know, like,
By the
hey.
way, Nick Bosa
Huge.
is a mammoth.
Monster.
He's
Yeah.
I've never, by the way, Trump is there talking. I was like this. His neck muscle was bigger than my arm.
Nah,
was
he didn't
there
look, he
running
didn't look
around
human.
with-
He looks
Joe Burrow.
He looks like
Yeah.
the Hulk coming back down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
All right, so that's all I'm gonna show you guys of that. Tell me that clip wasn't absolute gold with the whole handshake description. You know, as soon as he said that, I knew exactly what he was talking about from watching other videos with Trump. Everyone says that when you give that man a handshake, he almost rips your shoulder out of the socket. He is not playing games when it comes to a proper handshake, I'll tell you that much. So nevertheless, that is all the clips we have for today. Let me know your favorite one down below. Honestly, I enjoyed all of these. You have Jordan Peterson being articulate. You have Patrick Bet-David and Vincent Oceana being funny. You have Scott Adams giving probably the most descriptive version of what he's genuinely like in person. And then you have, of course, Kanye showing him the most love. So let me know which clip you liked the most and why you liked it. And do you think Trump is a good guy in person, or do you think it's all a show for the cameras? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear it. So with that all being said, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as it means a ton. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.